February is National Heart Month, which is a chance for us to make smarter decisions with a heart-healthy diet. Food and lifestyle expert Parker Wallace, she joins us as ways to eat more red meat, that is. Welcome to the show, Parker. This is a beautiful spread, lots of beautiful colors here with the pops of red.
Thank you so much for having me, Aubrey. Yeah, research shows us that incorporating lean cuts of beef into a heart-healthy diet can help maintain healthy cholesterol levels, and lean beef contains 10 essential nutrients. We're talking protein, iron, and all the things that give you energy. So I wanted to showcase a few heart-healthy beef recipes.
Okay.
What's really cool about this is that you can go on beefitswhatsfordinner.com and actually find the recipes that have been certified with that very iconic check mark from the American Heart Association. And that means that they have met all of those really important heart-healthy and nutrient-rich standards to get that designated check mark.
Good to know. So the lean cuts, that's key here. And so you've made a few recipes, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Tell me what you brought.
Okay, so one of my favorite things is to incorporate something sweet and a little bit of savory.
Yum.
So you can take really any cut of steak that is a little bit thicker cut, like a sirloin. You could do this with a ribeye and skewer it with a little bit of fresh fruits. I love doing mangoes or pineapple.
Mangoes.
You can do them on the stovetop or pop them on the grill. Here in California, you can grill all year round, which is what I love.
Those look a lot of fun.
And you can marinate that steak in a little bit of citrus, and it just gives it that really fresh, gorgeous flavor.
Very nice. I like that idea.
I want to walk you through. This is one of my favorite appetizers.
Yes.
This is some skirt steak on top of little pieces of cucumber with an herb rub. So I've taken an English cucumber so you don't have to deal with all of the seeds.
Okay.
And then this is a little bit of cream cheese, okay, with a little bit of soy sauce or tamari, some cilantro mixed in. And then we're going to make our sauce. So super easy, about a quarter cup of a chili garlic sauce.
So you're going to have a little bit of a kick to it.
Yeah. And then equal parts, another quarter cup of some rice vinegar. And then a tablespoon or two of the tamari or soy sauce. And then a bit of honey to give it that little bit of a sweet. And just a dash of some garlic powder, that's it.
Parker, you're making it look so easy. I'm smelling the flavors,
And then we're going to whisk this. Now this also gives me some ideas for what I call one of my favorite beef hacks. People marinate meat before you put it on the grill, but then it's really wet and it's hard to get the grill marks and all of that, caramelized delicious. So if you've already cooked your steak, like I have here, and this is a skirt steak, and so you want to cook it really quickly and at a high temperature so it breaks down that connective tissue and makes it really tender. After it's cooked, then we put it into that
so you're
marinade.
Going to put it in after.
Yes. And so it's opened up all the fibers in the steak, so it's going to soak in all of that luscious sauce.
And then you're going to top it on the cucumber.
And then we're going to top it on the cucumber.
Oh, that's great. And that's an appetizer, but if you eat the whole thing, that's like a meal.
Yes. And so it's a gorgeous way to serve for your guests. It's also a great snack that I love to make. I was going to say after school.
Well, let's talk about cooking steak, because it can be scary for some people. They don't know how to do it right. You're talking about, like, this is a skirt steak. This is how you do it.
Yeah.
How can you take that fear, that scare out of cooking steak?
We want to think about where that steak comes from in the cow. So, for example, a filet, our classic filet, the Cadillac of all beef cuts, which is what I like to call it, that comes from the tenderloin section of the cow, which is exactly that, tender, and it's the loin. So it's a muscle that's not worked very hard. But talking about the skirt steak, that comes from the plate of the cow. And so I always like to say cows have abs of steel. So it's muscles that have been working hard. So you have to do something to tenderize it. Either a marinade or cooking at that high temperature.
That's another way to look at it. And I see you have a salad.
Yes, steak is a great way to incorporate. I'm always like, I'm not the salad girl. I'm like, give me the big old steak, but I kind of compromise.
Looks pretty with the tomatoes.
You can do all that nutrient-rich veggies with the spinach, and then I've done a top sirloin, which is a little bit more affordable than a filet, but you still get all of that richness. You don't need to flavor it a lot because it's got that really good combination of fat and protein.
I love it. Great ideas, Parker. All of these look so delicious.
Yeah.
If you want more information for more heart-healthy recipe inspiration, visit beefitswhatsfordinner.com.